Five things you can start doing today to stabilize your finances and actually start growing your money. Hi guys, my name is Carlos and I want to share with you five things that no matter how much money you have, you need to do these things in order to control your finances and actually start growing your money. No matter in what level you are, if you're broke or if you're rich, this still applies to you. So the five things are awareness, planning, action, measurement, and self-education. Before I continue, I might do a more in-depth video about these topics. Also, before I continue, I want to give you guys a little background story. So, for me, the trigger when it comes to money was seeing my parents not being able to buy the things that I needed as a kid. If you're watching this, you probably had one or several triggers in your life when it came to money. Whether that would be not having money to afford food, not having money to pay bills, not having money for things that critical things, let's put it like that. So for me, since the young age of roughly 12, I was very aware of how my parents would uh, manage their money. And that was a big trigger to me because my colleagues had stuff that I couldn't even dream of. So to me, that was a very big trigger. To you, it can be anything right now in your life. Maybe your account is in zeros. Maybe you have debt, anything. With no more further ado, the first thing you need to be able to do is being aware. What do I mean being aware or having awareness? You need to observe your environment. You need to observe how poor people manage their money. You need to observe how medium class people manage their money. You need to observe how rich people manage their money. That will teach you a lot. For me, from the age of 12, I was already analyzing people's behavior when it came to money. I always wondered why those kids have stuff that I don't have. It was a common question in my head. And this is the type of awareness that you need to have right now in your life. If you want to improve your finances, you need to start asking questions. Be more observant of your surrounding. See how your parents, see how your friends, see how people around you manage their money and what do they do, right? Now, this is what you can do. Grab a pen and a paper, or if you prefer your tablet, your phone, or your laptop, grab anything and start writing all your costs. Start writing all your costs, your debts, your costs. Write everything down. Write everything down. You need to start being aware of how money is going out of your pocket. That's the first thing that you need to do. You need to be aware of where money is going and how you're spending your money. So that's the first thing, awareness. Not only awareness about how your money is going out, but also awareness of how people are managing their money around you. Okay, now that you have more awareness, the second thing you need to do is planning. You need to plan for the future. Now that you know how money is going out of your pocket, now you need to start planning what you're gonna do about your money. Let's put it like that. When I say by planning, I mean a draft of a plan. Let's put it like that. Why a draft? Because the goal is to take action immediately. So quickly, first be aware, write everything down, your costs. Second, start planning of what you're gonna do in order to actually overcome the debt, overcome the overspending. What are you gonna do about those things? That's where the planning comes. You need to start planning how you're gonna overcome those things. Now that you planned, the third thing is action. This is one of the most important things. when it comes to money. Action. You need to take action. There's nothing more important than taking action when it comes to your money, right? Whether it's action to cut costs, whether it's action to invest, whether it's any kind of action will be a step forward. Now that you have taken action, or you're taking action, let's put it like that, you need to measure and adjust whatever you are doing. You need to measure and adjust. Measure and adjust. Now, one interesting thing will start happening as you struggle with your money, or maybe not struggling that much. You will encounter problems, and those problems, they need you need specific knowledge to overcome those problems. That's when the last thing comes, which is self-education. You need to educate yourself about money. You need to educate yourself about debt. You need to educate yourself about investments. You need to educate yourself about a range of different topics if you want to go to another level. It also depends on you and your goal as well. If your goal is to overcome debt, then learn how to overcome debt. If that's only your goal. If your goal is to become rich, then there's a bunch of steps that you have to take, right? But whatever you do, the last step, or one of the main things to do, is self-educate yourself. Educate yourself, let's put it like that. Start learning about the thing that you want. As you are reading books, as you are going into courses, as you're doing stuff to get more knowledge about finances, get guidance as well. That will help you a lot. So I tried to compress the video so much. I'm sorry for that. But I will do more videos eventually. But let's summarize what was said. So, first thing, awareness. Second thing, planning. Third thing, action. Fourth thing, measure. And fifth thing, self-education, right? Some people will say that that's not the correct order of events. But the main thing right now is action. Take action right now. If you're in a very bad situation with money, if you have debt, if you have bills to pay that you don't know how to pay, you need to take action. That is the most important thing. Always take action, right? And that's it for today, guys. I will do more videos. I'll go more in depth about these topics, right? I'll do other videos explaining.